The future is clearly bright right now for Tiffany, and she's slowly starting to receive a bunch of tales circling around her, the largest one clearly being that she's Miss Money in the Bank herself. She can have a title battle at any venue, anytime. No questions asked, so that suddenly makes her a major threat hovering over the current champion and the entire division. Everyone knows how that briefcase works. As long as you have it in your possession, you're going to be a focal point of the show. Tiffany's other narrative is of course her current connection with Nia Jax. Tiffany first approached Nia Jax with her concept immediately after the Queen of the Ring contest. Nia thought about it for a few weeks, but ultimately took Tiffany up on the partnership offer, and although while they appeared like a strong combination over the last few weeks, they've also been displaying some flaws in their partnership as well. This was first obvious a few days after Tiffany had just won the Money in the Bank deal. Nia and Tiffany unleashed a devastating attack on Bayley, and as Nia is leaving the ring, Tiffany is seconds away from presenting the contract to the referee to cash in on Bayley. Nia Jax had to re-enter the ring and look at Tiffany with a look of confusion about what she was doing, and then Tiffany turned away and didn't cash in, and then after that, Bayley got a little revenge on both Nia and Tiffany by taking Nia through the barricade and absolutely destroying Tiffany's briefcase, which leads us to the newest side story for Tiffany Stratton, similar to previous year, where the other Judgment Day members handed the custom case to Damian Priest. That's basically what we see here for Tiffany's new case. Tiffany Stratton didn't go and get the new custom briefcase done herself. It was Nia Jax who went out of her own way to totally design it and give it to Tiffany as a nice gift, and you can look at this as a friend doing something good for another friend. But Nia Jax pretty much confesses why she obtained the case for Tiffany and says her complete objective right there in that backstage portion before handing the case over to Tiffany Stratton. Nia Jax made Tiffany agree to the terms that if she hands her this briefcase, Tiffany can't cash in at SummerSlam at all, and how Tiffany will no longer be Princess of the Ring if she cashes in. Tiffany agrees to the terms and takes her new briefcase. It's quite cool to note that the briefcase you see here is exactly what Tiffany Stratton desired for her bespoke case. She was questioned about obtaining a personalized case way back on the night of Money in the Bank itself, and she precisely specified how she wants a pink case that's bedazzled with a long purse strap to carry over her shoulder. And that's word for word exactly what she ended up receiving. It's absolutely one of the most inventive custom cases WWE has ever seen. We then saw even more minor plot angle put up between Tiffany and Chelsea. Chelsea confronts Tiffany that if it wasn't for Tiffany shoving her off the ladder, she'll have Miss Money in the Bank, and how she would have a green custom case. Tiffany Stratton told Chelsea that green wasn't her color and left, so even that tiny scene there with Chelsea Green was interesting and looks like there's more narrative to tell there. It absolutely matches Chelsea Green's character to be a bit of a sore loser, so it's an appropriate direction. But it's also interesting to question if this may be the beginnings of a Tiffany Stratton babyface turn as well. Chelsea Green is a big villain, so if they're foreshadowing a Tiffany against Chelsea conflict here, it does make you question if they're putting Tiffany in a babyface way, because it clearly seems like a possibility, and if they are taking Tiffany in that path, then that also appears like a means that they can produce greater divide between a face Tiffany and a heel Nia Jax. Despite Nia practically forced Tiffany to vow not to ever cash in on her, it seems like Tiffany going against the deal and cashing it in on Nia sometime in the future might be another endpoint for their current alliance, and maybe a full cash-in over Nia Jax is the whole babyface turning moment. It was just intriguing to see them placing Chelsea against her like that, so it just makes you wonder about the babyface potential for Tiffany Stratton. So there's a lot going on right now with Tiffany Stratton. She has to continue to keep her eyes open for excellent cash-in possibilities. She has to keep a nice partnership going with Nia Jax, and now she'll have to keep an eye on Chelsea Green as well. Roman Reigns officially returned to WWE at SummerSlam and attacked Solo Sikoa, which helped Cody win the match. But now the actual reason why Roman returned and then attacked Solo Sikoa has been revealed, and we'll get to all of this in today's video. Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes took on Solo Sikoa in the main event of SummerSlam, and this match was a Bloodline rules match, meaning anything goes. Yes, fans wanted to see if Solo could defeat Cody to become champion. But what fans were really waiting for was to see if Roman would finally return to WWE. It was a foregone conclusion that Solo Bloodline would at some point show up and interfere in the match, and they did. First, we saw that Tonga and Tonga Loa ran in, but just as they arrived, two of Cody's friends were there to help, as Kevin Owens and Randy Orton both returned. Kevin Owens and Randy Orton were successful in taking out Tomat Tanga and Tanga Loa, so it went back to a one-on-one match between Cody and Solo, but just as they began wrestling again, another Bloodline member showed up. Jacob fought too and he began to help Solo. The plan was going perfectly, but then when Jacob Fatu went for a high-risk maneuver, he got injured. This happened when Jaf Fatu to move off of the top rope onto Cody Rhodes on the announcer's desk, and Jacob Fatu hurt his leg when he landed on top of Cody. He was down for the count, so now it went back to a one-on-one match between Cody and Solo, as it seemed that now it was anybody's match, but both Cody and Solo were bruised and battered, both laying lifeless in the middle of the ring. Who would be able to have enough left to simply get that last shot in and get the pin? But before that could happen, Roman Reigns returned as he walked down the aisle towards the ring and towards Solo and Cody, and then the unthinkable happened. Obviously, we have not seen Roman Reigns in WWE since he lost his title to Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania 40. Roman basically looks the same. Maybe his beard is a little bit longer. But one thing that was obviously different was Roman's t-shirt. Usually he has a t-shirt that says head of the table levels above needle mover. And so on this time he had a new t-shirt that we had never seen before. OTC. What did this mean? Well, we were about to find out. As Roman marched to the ring, the question was, would he take out Cody Rhodes, who took his title at WrestleMania, or Solo Sikoa, who took over the Bloodline? Roman didn't leave much time to think as he instantly jumped in the ring and landed a powerful Superman punch on Solo Sikoa as he didn't lay a finger on Cody. Roman then speared single and left him lying. Cody clearly was a bit perplexed as to why Roman was taking them out alone and not him. Why didn't he take out both of them? But Cody basically realized Roman's assisting me with what Roman just did because it's a Bloodline rules match was help me pin Solo. And that is exactly what Cody did, as the referee counted 1, 2, 3 and Solo lost the map match and Cody retained his title. Roman stood there in the aisle watching these last moments unfold, and Roman looked like his plan was executed perfectly. Take out Solo, cause Solo to lose. Cody retains his title. Of course, originally, Solo became the leader of the Bloodline after Roman left WWE after WrestleMania. At first, we were led to believe that Roman was still in charge behind the scenes. Roman was still the tribal chief. But then in recent weeks, Solo made it clear that Roman is not a friend. He's an enemy. Roman's not in charge of the Bloodline. Solo is in charge of the Bloodline and Roman is not the tribal chief. Solo is a tribal chief, but at SummerSlam Roman Reigns sent a loud and clear message to Solo that Roman is the tri-chief, not Solo, and that is why Roman wore the t-shirt OTC original tribal chief. And some fans did wonder why didn't Jacob Fatu stop Cody from pinning Solo? Is because Fatu, he was taken out, he was injured. In fact, there's fan footage of Jacob Fatu being helped out of the arena by WWE doctors, so he was in no shape to stop Cody from defeating Solo. But after SummerSlam went off the air, we learned the real reason why Roman Reigns returned to WWE and why he attacked Solo. Let's get to this right now. As we know, Roman, after he left WWE, he filmed the movie, and then sadly he had to deal with the passing of his father, and in between all of that Roman simply spent time with his family. His family is what means the most to Roman Reigns. Reportedly, Roman has signed a new major contract with WWE, and that meant he was ready to return at SummerSlam. But why? Why did he return? The real reason is because Friday Night SmackDown is moving from Fox to the USA Network. Because of this, WWE wanted to make sure that fans continued to tune in to SmackDown. The show will remain on Friday nights as it switches over to the USA Network starting September 13th. So we're just a little over a month away from that switch, and having Roman Reigns return locks in high ratings, and fans will need to make sure that once it switches from Fox to USA that they stick to the show, or else they will miss Roman Reigns. So we know why he returned. Why did he attack Solo and not Cody Rhodes? Roman chose to attack Solo because what is essential to him is family. If his family disrespects him, you now become his number one target. And that's why his cousin Solo Sikoa was taken out and not Cody. What are your thoughts regarding Roman Reigns returning to WWE at SummerSlam? Post a comment and offer your opinion.